Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, as well as what you're going to need to do to earn some money this week and what the best ways to do that are. So this week is a little bit lackluster. I don't have much for you guys in the way of earning money, unfortunately, but we do have a few things that we got to talk about for sure. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off with Beast versus Slasher. This is double money and double RP. You're going to get a decent amount of money for playing this, so if you guys haven't tried it, I'd say give it a shot at least. I played this on my old character, not on my new character, so it's been a while. Honestly, it's just not the best game mode to earn money. You're probably literally better off just grinding whatever businesses you have, and you're probably still gonna make more money. But if you want to give this a shot, if you want to get kind of festive, you know, give Beast versus Slasher a shot maybe. Now in online this week, we also have double money and double RP on exotic exports. Those are the cars that are going to spawn in randomly on your map. They're marked with little blue dots. You'll see them pop up every once in a while when you're just driving or flying around in GTA. Now those are double money and double RP, and there's also a new event in GTA this week where this truck called the Cerberus, which is a huge truck in GTA, is actually going to chase you down and try to stop you from getting down to the docks, which is where you deliver the car. So it's kind of an interesting way of earning some money this week in online. It's definitely something new. It's definitely something a little bit different. So maybe give that a shot if you guys are interested. If one of those spawn in, you know, give it a good try, I'd say. It's definitely going to make things a little bit more interesting. Now on top of this, there is one more way of earning bonus money and bonus RP this week, and that is through free mode events. Now free mode events are triple money and triple RP this week, so that's things like criminal damage, air checkpoints, hunt the beast, all of that sort of stuff. So free mode events are going to be a decent way of earning some money this week. Of course, for those, you're going to have to play in a public session. I think it has to have at least 4 other players, maybe 8, something along those lines. So you can earn some money with this. Obviously criminal damage is a great way of earning money with that. Air checkpoints, stuff like that, it's all going to earn you pretty good money. So you're going to have to grind that if you want to earn some money this week. If you don't have businesses and stuff, if you're a newer player, that's what you're probably going to want to be focused on the most, I'd say. It's going to pay you the most. Next up, we're heading over to the casino to discuss the Podium vehicle this week, which is actually a pretty good one. The Podium vehicle this week is of course the True Fade Thrax. Now the Thrax is a top 10 fastest supercar in Grand Theft Auto Online on last gen consoles. On new gen, I'm not sure if it's within the top 10. It might be slightly out of the top 10, but it is an extremely fast car. It also has tons of customization. It's really awesome to drive. I think that it looks fantastic. It looks really menacing if you do it in all black. I think it's a super good looking car. It definitely kind of looks like a Batmobile. This thing is absolutely insane, and if you can win it, I would absolutely go for it. Make sure you show up to the casino every single day in Grand Theft Auto Online to try your best at winning this thing. Now the prize ride within the LS car meet this week is the Lampadaddy Viseras. Now this is a former top 10 fastest sports classic car in the entire game. It's probably somewhere around number 11 or number 12 right now, because there have been some new sports classic cars added into the game which have booted this thing down just a tiny bit. Now in order to win this thing, you're going to have to place top 3 for 3 days in a row in the Street Racing Series races, which is not terribly hard to do actually. So I'd say go ahead and give this thing a shot maybe. It's a pretty decent car. I do like it. Has good customization, it's fun to drive. It does have engine resistance, but it's not too bad. It never was that bad actually on the Viseras, and now that engine resistance has been fixed a little bit, I think the Viseras is probably going to be a pretty good car to drive. So I would say definitely give this thing a shot if you guys can. It might be worth your time to try to win this. Next up, we have to talk about the vehicle discounts this week, and all the discounts that are going on as a matter of fact. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Karen Everon, which is sitting right behind me. This truck is on sale this week for 30% off. However, I literally cannot find this thing on any GTA websites right now. I don't know if my game's broken, maybe it's broken for everybody, but this thing is 30% off. So if you can find it, it is a car that I recommend picking up. It's got lots of customization. It's absolutely fantastic off-road. It's got great ground clearance. Overall, the Karen Everon is just a very solid off-roader and a very solid vehicle in general, so definitely pick this thing up if you guys have some spare space laying around and you've got some spare money as well. Now to talk about the rest of the discounts, I will actually go on the websites and show you what I'm talking about. Starting off on Warstock Cash and Carry, we have the Blazer Aqua on sale this week for 40% off. In order to own this thing, I believe you're going to need a vehicle cargo warehouse. This thing will get stored in the basement of it, and then you will be able to access it from there. This vehicle, honestly, it's not super worth owning, I don't think. It's definitely not really worth picking up right now, I don't think either. I just don't really understand the entire purpose of it. It is a quad. It does go on the water as well, which is kind of cool. It has front mounted machine guns, but other than that, it's really not that special of a vehicle. Don't get me wrong, I do think that it is cool, but I don't know that it's necessarily worth picking up. So the Blazer Aqua, honestly, you could take it or leave it. It doesn't really matter. It's not the best vehicle ever. It's not the worst either. But I'd say generally probably you want to avoid this thing. Next up on Legendary Motorsport, we do have a few different discounts. We have the Ocelot Locust discounted this week for 30% off. Now this is actually a pretty good discount. The Ocelot Locust is actually a really solid car. I like this thing a lot. I customized it recently, and I was actually blown away at how good the car actually is. It's very good, it handles very nicely, accelerates well. Top speed is a little bit weak. It does have some nice customization though, so honestly the Ocelot Locust, it is something that I would recommend picking up, especially if you guys are into cars that handle really nicely. This thing is good at that. Moving a little bit further down on Legendary, we also have the Pfister Comet Safari on sale this week. Now this is 50% off, which is a huge discount. The Pfister Comet Safari is one of the best off-road vehicles in the entire game. It also has equipable front-mounted machine guns, which is kind of neat as well. It's got lots of customization. It's a fantastic car just in general. It's great on-road, it's great off-road, super quick, lightning fast acceleration, handles great. Only thing is the top speed is a tiny bit weak, but it's not the end of the world. It's still a really fast car. I would say definitely pick up a Pfister Comet Safari while it's on discount this week. 50% off is no joke for this car. And scrolling all the way down on Legendary Motorsport, we have the Vapid Bullet 50% off. If you guys are interested, the Vapid Bullet is a cool car. It's obviously an OG car that was added with Grand Theft Auto when it first came out. And I'd say for 50% off, you can't go wrong with picking one of these up. It actually does have pretty decent performance for what it is, and for $77,500, I don't think that you can honestly go wrong. Moving on to the four-door section of Legendary Motorsport, we also have the Pfister Neon on sale this week. Now this is a fully electric car. It looks a lot like the Porsche Taycan Turbo in real life, which is really cool. It has great acceleration. Obviously it is electric. It doesn't have the greatest handling. That is my one complaint with the Pfister Neon, but it is still a decent car. It's got quite a bit of customization as well, so that is nice. Top speed, of course, because it's electric, not that great. It is a really cool car. I'd say that I recommend picking it up. It's just probably not going to win you any races, so if you wanted it for that reason, it's not going to do that for you. And on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Ubermacht Zion Classic on sale this week for 50% off. This is another 50% discount. This car is really cool. It has lots of customization. It's based off of a BMW 6 Series, an old one. It's a cool car, man. It's got a lot of stuff you can do to it. Decent performance as well. It's not bad. I definitely recommend picking up the Zion Classic while it is 50% off. That's a huge discount on this thing. I'm probably going to be customizing it this week, so stay tuned for that and maybe pick this thing up for yourselves. It is a pretty cool car. Moving a little bit further down, we have the DeClassy Tampa on sale as well this week. This is another vehicle that's 50% off. It's a cool one. It's got a decent amount of customization, not the most ever, that's for sure, but it is a very solid car, I would say. And I would say for only $187,500, I would recommend picking this thing up if you have spare space in your garage. Like I said, the Car Addict is just missing from all of my websites, so I don't even know where this thing is. But of course, like I said before, I do recommend picking up the Car Addict if you guys can find it and you get the opportunity to. It's worth it for sure, 100%. Another way to make money this week, of course, is your time trials. The RC Bandito is the Davis Quarry. The regular time trial is the Fort Zancudo time trial. And the HSW time trial, for those of you on next gen, is somewhere on the map. I'm not exactly sure where it is right at this very moment, but you guys can definitely find it for yourselves. Don't forget to look for it though. So that's pretty much it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, guys, and how to make some money this week. Obviously not the greatest week ever. Grind your businesses if you don't want to do any of the other stuff, and you'll still make a decent amount of money this week. Hopefully next week is a little bit better. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.